Let's welcome to the show Secretary Linda McMahon. Wonderful to see you, Madam Secretary. Can you explain this, what is going on? It's so wonderful to have you on the show. What is going on with what you call Harvard's systemic pattern of violating federal law?
Well, Liz, first of all, thanks for having me on today. It's good to see you. Well, certainly, if you just think back to the fact that Harvard was just kind of the standard bearer, if you will, for the case of Students versus Harvard, and the Supreme Court found, that you just cannot be guilty of this discrimination as Harvard was. And I don't think they've changed their practices. We have gone in to investigate. We wanted to sit down with President Garber. I spoke with him. We were going to sit down and discuss these things, and we had sent a letter sort of enumerating some of the things and asking him to come to the table, and his answer was a lawsuit that Harvard filed. And so we've now had a couple of other correspondence back and forth. He's specifically pointing out that we are doing some of the things, but, without taking away the lawsuit. The lawsuit's still there. They amend the lawsuit. But we're always welcome to come to the table and say, look, let us go in. Let's talk about these things. Let's see what Harvard is doing that is different. They did try to do some things. I think it points to the fact that a couple of weeks ago they did ask the chair of their Middle East Studies Department to step down. I'm not quite sure today with the president of Harvard, President Garber, taking a salary decrease is somehow a statement that they're changing their policies on anti-Semitism or racial discrimination. I don't think that does a whole lot to solve the problem. And if you just look at some of the stats, I mean, the Harvard Crimson even reported that in their own research over the last couple of years that 2 to 3% of the faculty are conservative. And you just can't have that kind of discrepancy without having the theology or the ideology, if you will, be biased across campus.
Could there also be a Title VI civil rights investigation? Because we saw that Harvard's own president said they are, quote, trying to end anti-Semitism and other bigotry on campus, that Harvard should embrace a multiplicity of viewpoints rather than focusing on narrow orthodoxies. I mean, Harvard Crimson, as you point out, 80% of Harvard's faculty donations went to Democrats. It's got left-wing perspectives throughout its courses. So we've seen and reported on, the Jewish students, for example, their civil rights getting violated. So what is the next step? Is there going to be a Title VI probe?
Well, absolutely. We're looking at all of that. We're not taking anything off the table. And, it is clear anti-Semitism on campus is a civil rights violation. And Harvard has argued, as other elite universities have, that, maybe their First Amendment rights are being abridged. This is not about First Amendment. This is civil rights. When you put other students at risk, their safety is of concern, and their Jewish students will tell us that they're even afraid to go to activities on campus. That's clearly civil rights violations. And yes, it does bear investigation, and we're not taking anything off the table.
Madam Secretary, Education Secretary Linda McMahon, thanks for being with us tonight. It's great to have you on. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Liz.
Coming up watch.